Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. HexyTCG here, and in today's video we're going to be going over one of the red Demon Slayer decks that we went ahead and created. It's just a little bit of a mix of what I've seen other creators make themselves and just other people on this website itself too. We'll also possibly make an update video on ExBurst because they have updated it a bit from the last time that we made a decklist video again, which is awesome. I love the progress that they have on this whole site. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. First card that we have coming up, we're going to have 4 of these 0 cost 1 AP Sumas. She is one of Tengen's wives. As you can see underneath her name, it's a little bit small, but for if you're playing the card, or if you're playing with this deck, you'll realize that we're using either Tengen's wives or the disguise characters. So yeah, this is one of the wives. She has an active trigger. Pretty much you get to set any of your cards to active and then give it 3000 BP until the end of the turn. And then she's also going to generate 1 energy while also being 2000 BP. The next card that we have is going to be 0 energy 1 AP Sumiko. This is going to also be treated as Tanjiro Kamado. He is one of the disguise cards, and pretty much he's going to be a nullify impact. So if your opponent has impact on their front line, you can go ahead and block with this card and it gets rid of any of the impact that they have overall. We're going to be running 3 of him instead of 4. That's only just because I'd rather have 4 of the Sumas instead, just so I can have another 0 cost and then have a better chance of finding one of the wives instead too. Next card that we have is going to be 4 of the 0 cost 1 AP Tengen Uzuis. He is going to be just a vanilla card. He's got the add to hand trigger. He's 1500 BP and he's 1 energy generated. He's pretty much one of the cards that we use so that way we can raid with our rated Tengen that we'll go over later on. So next card that we have, we're going to have the 1 energy 1 AP Makio. This is one of the other Tengen's wives characters, as you can see up at the top. But for her card, during your turn, if Tengen is on your field, she is going to gain 500 BP. So her base BP is going to be 2500 BP, and then as long as Tengen is on your field, she will go up to 30 or 3000 BP. She also generates 1 energy for you if you have her on her energy line, and we're going to have 4 of her. The next card that we have is going to be 1 energy 1 AP Zenko. He is the disguise, or one of the other disguises that we have as well. This character is treated as Zenitsu Agatsuma. When played, you get to look at the top card of your deck and then choose if you would like to place it on the top or on the bottom. This Zenko is going to have 2500 BP, and it's also going to generate 1 energy for you when it's on your energy line. We're going to carry 4 of these guys as well. The next card that we have is going to be 2 energy 1 AP Hinatsuru. She is one of the other Tengen's wives, the last wife that we have in the deck. Pretty much what her card does, when she is sidelined, you get to add Tengen from your sideline into your hand if he's over there. This character also has 3000 BP and will go ahead and generate 1 energy for you as long as you're on the sideline, or sorry, on your energy line. And we're going to carry 3 of her. We would carry 4, but I decided to go ahead and put one of those cards towards another card that we'll go over in a little bit. Next card that we have coming up is going to be 2 energy 1 AP Nezuko Kamado. Whenever she is active, she will go ahead and generate 1 more energy for you. So at first, she will only be 1 energy. Whenever she's active, she'll go up to 2. And then she also has 2500 BP. The next card that we'll go over is going to be 3 energy 1 AP Inoko. This card is also treated as Inosuke Hashiraba. I think I said his last name right. Yeah, Hashibira, I think. Yeah, sorry. He's going to have step, pretty much allowing you to go ahead and move him from the front line or energy line back and forth during your movement phase. He's going to have one of our other triggers as well. He's just another active, so pretty much set another character card to active and give it 3000 BP. He's also going to have 3000 BP and generate 2 energy for us as well. We're going to carry 4 of him just because I feel like with this card, step is going to be something that we need to keep ourselves a bit aggressive with the Demon Slayer deck that we have. Next card that we have is going to be 2 of these Kyojuro Rengokus. He's 3 energy, 1 AP. When he's on your front line as the activate main, you get to place 1 card from your hand and put it into your sideline. And then once per turn, all the characters on your field will gain 500 BP until the end of the turn. I only have 2 of him because I would like to have more cards to be able to search for, or not even search, but just to be able to pull for at least the Tengen's wives or the disguise characters. But yeah, we could have more, but we'll see what we do in the future with this deck. Next card that we have, we're going to have 4 of these Tengen Uzuis, 3 energy, 1 AP. When played, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to one Tengen's Wife or disguise affinity card among them and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. This is also going to be our color trigger, so you choose one character with 2500 BP or less on your opponent's front line, and then you get to go ahead and sideline it. We don't have too many cards in this deck that allow us to subtract the BP of the opponent, so if we hit this card out of life early, we may be able to go ahead and sideline something. For the most part, we have this card as the color card, mainly for the win plate, so we can at least search for cards and look for either one of the Tengen's Wives or the disguise characters. But he's also going to have 2000 BP and generate 1 energy for us as well. And our last character card is going to be another Tengen Uzui, but our raid card instead. This one's going to be 4 energy, 1 AP. When played, this character gains double attack, and then activate main once per turn. All of Tengen's Wives and the disguised affinity cards on your field will gain 500 BP until the end of the turn. And pretty much, it's got the raid trigger, so if you pull it out of life, you can go ahead and choose to raid with it or not. And then also, it's got 4000 BP and generates 1 energy if you have it on your energy line. And so that's going to be it for the character cards. Up next we have the 3 different event cards. First one we only have 3 of. It's 1 energy, 1 AP coming through. Pretty much choose one character on your front line. It gains 3000 BP until the end of the turn. It's also a active trigger, so activate a character or set a character active on your front line. Give it 3000 BP till the end of the turn. Next card is going to be Total Concentration Breathing. 3 energy, 1 AP. Choose 2 AP cards and switch them to active. It's also our final trigger, as they always are. We're going to have 4 of those, just so that way if they are in our life, we can go ahead, if it's the last card, add 1 more card to our life to stay alive a little bit longer, but also just so that way we can restand 2 AP cards during our turn to extend our turn a little bit longer. And then our last event card is going to be 3 energy, 1 AP, Sound Breathing 5th Form, Extreme Performance. Choose one character on your opponent's front line with BP equal to or less than 1000 multiplied by the combined total number of Tengen Uzui, Tengen Wife, Affinity, and Disguise Affinity cards on your field and sideline it. It's also the special trigger, so that way if it's in your life, whenever this card is pulled, you get to choose any character on your opponent's front line and sideline it. And so that's going to be it for all the cards in the deck. There's not too many triggers. There's a couple of them that are here, but mainly with this deck, it's a lot of aggro. I do need to actually set that to aggro over here if I don't have it. There we go. We'll go ahead and set that to aggro. And pretty much the plan for this deck, you want to go ahead and try to at least get Tengen out there on your front line, so that way when he's played, he already gets a double attack on the first raid, so that way he can swing twice, which is really nice to have. And then other than that, if you at least have Hinatsuru on your front line, from my experience in the games that I've played already, if you have a Tengen in your sideline, pretty much like this 3-1 Tengen, you can go ahead and constantly keep playing him as long as Hinatsuru gets sidelined from your front line and everything like that. Also, just to keep progression, the reason I have coming through here is so that way any of the lower cost BP characters, they can go ahead and gain 3000 BP to try to jump up to at least like 5000 or more. I think it helps out a little bit. Also with this Rengoku, him being on the front line and being able to sideline a card in my hand, if I feel like I don't really need something, I could also choose to have, let's say, Hinatsuru on the front line. If she gets sidelined by the opponent, I can go ahead and either just choose a Tengen from my hand, or I can use this Rengoku to get the Tengen by going ahead and placing him down first, go ahead, activate his main, place a Tengen from my hand into the sideline, and then during the opponent's turn, she gets sidelined, then I can bring him back, for example, or any of the other 2 Tengens as well. Pretty much you just want to be able to keep pooling through the deck, pretty much cycle as much as you can, search for the Tengens, and then also you can use Zenko to help you as well, because you get to at least search the top card of your deck, choose if you want on the top or bottom, and if you really need Tengen at the moment, you can go ahead and just place him right there at the top, just so you know he's coming up soon. Or if you get any of the disguise wives, or wives, you can go ahead and put them at the bottom, because you know they'll be coming up eventually, as long as you're also using this Tengen right here to search. Other than that, it helps to go ahead and also, I would say, just if you get the Inoko, place him on the front line, so that way you can go ahead and block early game if you need to, then just step him back, the usual step move that everyone is used to. Other than that, there's a few different plays that I'm still learning with this deck. First time playing with it was about a day or two ago, and I was doing pretty decent with it. I still think I might change up a little bit, might add a few cards here and there. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any opinions on this deck. I will be playing with it a little bit more. I might try to get a video uploaded as well soon of me playing with this on Cardboard Kitsune so you guys can see how I play with it, and you can tell me if I'm playing that the right way, if you think I should change it up a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for stopping by and checking out the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.